see it at a dime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, whatever. But this
we go.
You know what I mean. My point being, it's just it's
the goofy audio guy just unmuted the stream. There we go. Now the YouTubers can hear us. Hilarious.
Sorry.
Nah, for what? Dude, I'm a moron.
Yeah. So much nicer having. I'm so glad you guys gave me the black deal, or I was able to find the TV Black Friday deal. Oh my God. Yeah. Like I unlimited charts and unlimited indicators. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. It's playland for volatility traders. It's lovely.
Yeah, that's great. Now I'm looking at 10 seconds charts. This is just not what I needed.
Nice.
Degen alert.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah. Hi, can we
it's good. Just, I mean, honestly, when you are trading the 1 minute, it is good to be able to see the 15 and the 30 second, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not to trade them, but just to know what's building up on the one, you know?
What do you look at? What second ones do you look at? I got a 10-second one up.
Here's a 1 second.
I literally look at the 30 and the 15. I don't do anything crazy. I just keep an eye on them to get an eye of, like, I want to know if my 1 second VEPS is reading the way that I think it's reading. And just like if I'm trading the 3 minute, I'm going to look at the 1 minute, or if I'm trading the 6 minute or the 10 minute or the 15 minute, I'm going to look. I always want to see 1 or 2 time frames down from there that are still relevant, you know. So I mean, the 1 second is just like if you want to see ridiculousness passing by your screen, it's fun, but it's
it is ridiculous.
I didn't even think about putting it on with all the other stuff. I only had it with my RWT and VRE. My God, you look at this, the Z scores and all this shit.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, it is fun to watch it. You know, like I just leave it on the projection. I like to look it on with the projections. You know, with the PB2. And like the Laplace and
the Fishers and the RO and wow.
But if you put a lot of indicators on there, the 1 second it takes too long to load. Like you won't actually, even if you have a powerful computer, it'll still be a bit slower or whatever. So it's not even worth it. But I like to put on the 22 indicators just to see it fly by. But dude, I mean, SPY yesterday. 407 cents, like $400.07. What'd you say, Bilbo? Is going to hit 400? Like
I do believe the target was 400.
More precise, man. Like,
I got a crystal ball.
Yeah, our crystal balls are made of math here, dude.
Yes.
Our crystal balls are made of math.
Crystal math balls. It's fucking beautiful.
That's right. Crystal math balls.
Crystal math balls. There you go.
Right.
Wow. Like that.
Yeah.
No, it was impressive, dude. Impressive, man.
It's a hell of a rally yesterday.
Yeah, and that's and usually when I give out these targets, that's like literally where my target is my front run, right? So, bam, it looked like it 400 to me, and I made it by a couple tenths of a cent.
Literally $400.07 was what it, like, you couldn't have been more accurate, really.
My limit sell order stifled SPY.
Giving out probabilities to people who are looking for signals or just want to see how this stuff works.
Right, definitely, definitely.
Really cool.
Yeah, let's go back over here.
Nice to see.
Where is that bad boy? Okay, there's SPY. Yep, boom, and literally the last 15-minute candle of the day. Last 15-minute candle of the day. Yeah, it was definitely a powerful move. And it was R2 on the weekly. Was that the R2? Yes, it is. Wow.
I have been hitting that.
And there's the R3. The R3 on the weekly is only at 402. So what are we doing? So this is the last day before the break, right? Tomorrow, traditional markets are closed, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Half day on Friday.
Half day on Friday. So yeah, this will be interesting today. Let me look at these charts real quick.
That's what's going on.
Let me look at this. How'd that daily close?
That whole pre-Thanksgiving Day kind of off thing. A lot of people, I guess, are taking off. But, the robots are still trading. They're still running trades. They don't care.
Yeah.
They do not care.
They don't holiday. Yeah.
And there's that bull div right there. A little bounce off the zero mean. Got that daily SPY cooking. This was, this is like the first intraday chart I'm looking at, and it was a no-brainer to me. All the Fishers were up. We were getting some bull div printing. Correlation high. right? With the bounce off the zero mean, started having the outlier. Volatility was totally crushed. Had some expansion, positively correlated. We're starting to drop in the trend a little bit. And it wasn't a real big move, right? And you look on the Laplace bands. I mean, this thing just riding the top side of the 68.3. It's beautiful. DLP's building. Fishers are still up. Let's drop into some lower ones here. No div, no div. Z-score looks really good. Z-score looks really good. The Fishers look, wow, man. Oh, it's party time. What's this, 90? About to blow these bands out like a freaking 1,000-ton blue whale blowhole. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. Contracting volatility, negatively correlated, dropping into trend at the top side. Yeah, this 90. So the 4 hour 90, 45 probably looks good too. Z-score is a little high, but there's no div. There is div. This is what's going to have to happen here. Man, I'll tell you what. This returns oscillator is above the zero mean. So the previous day, I mean, we're building a little bit, and that was pre-market though. That's pre-market. Yeah, I mean, there was some bear div right there, and we got this little pullback, but this thing charged right back up. You see, this market starts pumping, we can blow any of that bear div right out of the water. We got to have this returns oscillator stay above this zero mean and start pumping. The volatility, literally, I mean, this whole move, it just floated up. Just floated up. Negatively correlated, contracting volatility. Trending too. Trending to the top side. Blah, blah, blah. What's this guy talking about? Math, baby.
Holy cow. Natural gas up 18% today.
No. Natural gas is going crazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
Still looking boiled.
It's that time of the year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Boil is how you play it in stock.
Yeah, don't I have it on here? I do somewhere. Where are you at?
Yeah,
God,
it's
I did
up
have
$4 or
it.
$5 overnight.
Damn, I did have it on
Oh,
there.
no.
I'm going to put it back on. So yeah, volatility's crushed on the 33. Crushed on the 33. Yeah, by getting all these volatility metrics here, this is what makes option trading so powerful. Especially like there's positive drift in the market, right? So even when these markets dump out, and we are if we get a dump out and we're at the bottom of the distribution, that positive drift coming in is a no-brainer. It happens all the time. We've seen it again and again and again and again. So especially if you're trading daily options and you can freaking sell puts, right? Sell puts of the and take advantage of that market drift to the top side. God, it's a no-brainer. It is such a no-brainer. And that's what we're looking for, right? The undefined. I mean, it's like most of the best option traders in the world, like probably 3/4 of their portfolios, from what I've seen, undefined risk, right? Undefined risk. But it's in the wording, undefined risk. And when we're talking about options, count wreckers, man. Count wreckers. So you need to know what you're doing. That's why the defined risk plays. If you're just starting out in options, defined risk plays are a no-brainer. But obviously, you got to find the right strategies for the right market conditions. So that's the trick, right? And obviously, you hear me talking a lot about options lately. That's because, yeah, I'm leaning. That's me, right? That's me in a nutshell. I'm going to use futures to hedge these options positions that I'm going to be getting into, if it comes to that. But as far as getting on these bucket shops anymore and just scalping crypto futures, I mean, it's what a shit show. I'm embarrassed. It's like, what do I talk to, like, my friends that trade the traditional markets? I don't even talk about crypto anymore. It's just a shit show, man. It's like something needs to happen. I'm all for, decentralization and being your own bank, but powers that be have twisted the shit out of this thing. Don't think that all this FTX shit just happened. Oh, Sam's a scammer and it's fraud. He's going to go to prison, all this, that, and the other. Dude, it wasn't just him. He got co-opted by the government. Government wants to crash crypto. What a better way.
J.P. Morgan has a Bitcoin crypto wallet now.
Of course they do.
Like as of today. Right? Yeah, no, but like they've been developing it for a while. Like they just launched it.
Oh,
like,
they're
of course, while everyone's talking crap about it, like perfect time to launch it.
Oh, so they built their own Bitcoin wallet. I thought you meant they.
Not only do they have their own blockchain since a few years, they have now their own Bitcoin wallet for everybody, like crypto wallet for everybody to partake in, and they're encouraging everyone to use it. And now let me tell you something, like if JP Morgan, America's biggest consumer bank, is telling everyone to get in on it, they're not doing that because they think it's not going to go anywhere. They're doing that because they think it's going to be profitable for them, right? So,
right.
At some point, people are going to be buying this stuff. Whether you like to know it, whether folks like to admit it or not, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's not going to disappear.
No. Nope. Let's see here. Yeah, and if you...
that guy.
But you remember Jamie Dimon coming out and saying, hey, if anybody that works for JP Morgan buys Bitcoin, you're fired. Same day, buys like, what, 500 mil or something?
Yeah, and so and then he put up a trading desk the next time he said it. And it's like, and then after that, he's like, all right, it's not so bad. And then when it was like at 69,000, he was like, oh yeah, this thing has real potential value. And then he starts dumping it, right? And then as he's falling, he's like, oh yeah, this is definitely going to rise back up and giving everyone hope. As it's falling and he's selling it, and he's on purpose dumping the price because they had enough, to move the market. I mean, for sure. And now that it's nice and low and they've got even more. Oh, what? Guess what? We've got a crypto wallet. Everybody can buy in now. They're playing the market like crazy.
Pre-market, huh? Yeah, this thing was down more pre-market. Here's the thing. Here's SPY. So what is it at? Just a tick under 400. But obviously, right? First thing, I mean, by this time, you're watching these this long. And look at that. Remember yesterday at the beginning of the stream, this is what this indicator does for you when you learn how to use this. So we're pumping pre-market, right? Remember yesterday, but I'm looking at this tight weekly and I'm like, this is going to come down and test the weekly range, and that'll be the launch point. So you open up here at around, I don't know, it was like 396, 397 area, immediate pullback, wick right to the top of the weekly range. What do you got, a crystal ball? No, VEPS. That's it. Then the launch point. You get up above the weekly R1, this red dotted line. Once we got up above it, right? Tried to pull back. That showed strength. Look at every one of these wicks. Right to that R1 on the weekly that is now support, right? So where's the new daily range going to be? This is why people are like, I just went through the intraday charts. They look bullish as hell. Like this thing's going to move probably to the top of the full weekly price action volatility range, which the top's 402.41. But first, we're going to have to deal with this new daily range. You're going to be right around 398.5, right in here somewhere. So this pre-market pullback, exactly what's going on. This thing's going to come down, test this new daily, and from what I'm seeing on the charts, unless something on the low time frames changes once this market opens, this thing's going to make a run for that. So like target today, yeah, man. But we do have this monthly R1 at 401.12. You're going to see a little resistance here for sure. We get up above here, it's going to move right up to 402. Yeah, I'll say 402 today. But it's probably going to fully test. It might do a 1SD. Get a wick up to the first standard deviation, normal distribution on the daily. 402.81. But now, I've seen moves blow through these volatility ranges, right? The weekly. This is pretty damn tight, though. Pretty damn tight. I mean, you got the top of the center of the range, 395, and then the entire volatility range with the resistance levels, it's only like 6 points higher. So, wow, pretty tight. It could definitely get through here, but it's going to be on wicks. I could see today's daily candle closing inside this weekly, especially close tomorrow, half day Friday. This will be interesting trading today and the half day on Friday. Gonna be crazy. Be crazy. And it's Black Friday. It's like fucking
wilder swings because there's, it's much thinner.
Long Best Buy.
Their mood.
Let's see.
Yeah, long Best Buy.
Long Best Buy. On Friday, half day. buy some naked calls.
You know why they do that half day Friday, right?
Mm.
It's against the law for the market to be closed 4 days in a row. Did you know that?
You know what? I have heard that before, right?
Well, actually, I mean, sort of, but not in times of national security.
Yeah, there's only twice it's happened.
Right, 9/11, for example.
And Pearl Harbor.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. You guys remember Pearl Harbor, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm that old.
You know, I'm just being sarcastic. It's all right. Just because we were around when they invented the wheel.
Yes, exactly. All the kids are like, who are all these old guys? Yep. We're here.
What?
We're here. Would you rather be listening to 27-year-old YouTube Jimmy that's fucking not even wet behind the ears yet, talking trading bullshit, or a bunch of old timers been trading the markets forever? Yeah, that's what we do. Being a little facetious, but you know.
You keep Johnny.
He dropped today from Diddy, so I mean, I don't know if that means anything, but apparently I'm still hip.
You're hip. Nice.
Isn't he the one that's running for president? Oh no, that's Kanye. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I got an NFT because I'm part of some Warner Records NFT ecosystem. So
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, they sent me the drop or whatever, the mint.
So I noticed the first thing when I looked at the charts, you know, I scan, I look. Is there any movers? What are the movers today? Oh, Seifu coin. Keep you safe a long time.
Yeah.
It was up 11% earlier for all you new people in crypto. That is the Binance coin. Yeah.
Yeah, and not the Binance stable U.S. dollar peg coin,
Right.
but their actual blockchain coin.
What
But
are you guys talking about?
And here's what's
BNB.
interesting. So
What's
it's
the
like
symbol?
people were talking
BNB.
in one of the chats.
Oh.
Yep, BNB right here. Bam, bam.
Okay.
Up 10.72. But this whole crypto debacle, all this bullshit going on. Somebody was like, I actually read a post where somebody's like, so Genesis is insolvent too, right? Boom, Genesis is going down. He's like, oh no, I got a wallet to everything. He didn't show the letter, right, from the CEO. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Blah 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 blah. It's like, I'll tell you what, right now. I don't know if Genesis or BlockFi or Crypto.com if they were committing fraud too, but they were counterpartying FTX, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
they were lending money. They were borrowing money from FTX and relending it either through Genesis or other parties that have since closed the shop. So
yeah,
they're all screwed, man.
Yeah,
it's a lot of people. It's like 120 companies or something that are possibly in serious problems right now.
That is just
and
crazy.
Not tiny crypto companies, like of the crypto companies, relatively significant ones.
If you have your funds on these exchanges, still, you deserve whatever you got coming, man.
So if any of those companies are still around, that's who the bankrupt guys are going to go after then, because that's what they did to Madoff.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a bunch of exchanges that are running just fine, obviously, because people are trading, obviously, not just Binance, but others too. But the ones that were tied to FTX or that had significant money, the ones that had significant monies borrowed to or lent from FTX, they got problems, man. They got problems.
I watched some Keith McCullough yesterday. He was having an interview with somebody. They were talking about it, man. They were just like, look, crypto degens. First, you need to drop into reality on how, regulated traditional markets actually operate and shit. You need to be aware of the counterparty risk, correlation risk. There's so many different things, right? And it's not like I traded traditional markets heavily, but I understand it. It's just like, what the hell? Crypto is a shit show, man. Crypto's a shit show right now. It's fun as hell. Fun as hell to trade it. Massive volatile moves. But look at the traditional markets. Jesus, man. Volatility's everywhere. Volatility's everywhere.
Look at the current 4-hour candle on Bitcoin. What a party, man. Nice drops down to the weekly, to the middle of the range, and bounce right back up from it. I mean, come on, man. Like, it's good times.
It's good times. SPY is just creeping back up. Let me throw this on. Yeah, we got what, 10 minutes? Get this on BTC. So I did SPY. Oh yeah.
Nope. Like you don't even have to see the orders to know when people are getting wrecked. Like you either way it's shooting up and everyone's over leveraged on shorts, or it's shooting down and everyone's obviously over leveraged on longs. Like, yep, there goes that liquidity. Someone just had a field day collecting that.
Yeah.
And it's like it's our job being on those little moves. That's all.
Yeah, there was just on this daily, right? This little sideways action, this latest drop that created this lower low. I mean, just bull div everywhere. Bull div all over the Bitcoin daily chart. Volatility expanding, positively correlated as price action goes back into randomness. So this is, yeah, man. Let me see this 4 hour.
Yeah, and also it also popped back above the third Laplace down yesterday. You know, it closed up above it, and now it's like just a little bit above the third Laplace down. Like, there's really, you know, I mean, from the reversal candle, yeah, that we had on what was it, November 6th. You know, when it started to fall, and I mean, when you're down beyond the third Laplace down, as it was for a good 10 days or so, until it kind of inched into it and then fell back down through it, there's really not much, you know, for it to do but start to move back through the distribution and not necessarily go shooting down through that Laplace down. Now, can it move down from here back to that band or even lower? Yeah, but the probabilities are it's not going to stay down around 99.7 forever. That's just, you know, very unlikely. So, I mean, yeah, if you're looking for some hopium, well, there's always that. But, you know, look at the bigger picture, see what the weeklies are at and everything else, and then zoom down to the low time frame for the scalps. Yeah, the daily's good, 4 hours good, but you know, these distribution models, they really make it very clear. And our projection bosses, I mean, they really make it clear. Like,
oh yeah.
You know, projection bosses in the RMLR, dude, that's power.
Yeah. People that don't understand the distribution are buying tops, selling bottoms. Simple as that.
Yep.
Getting ourselves into bad positions. If a data set is at the top side of the distribution model, especially if it's at the 99.7, my God, the farthest thing from my mind is longs. I'm going down through my workflow looking for bear div, right? Because it's gonna be evident everywhere, but it's gonna start on the low time frames. It's gonna start on the low time frames, and it's just gonna kick off a ripple effect. It's just gonna whip price action into a frenzy. Like this 4 hour, there was no bear div until right here on the returns oscillator. Kind of sharp too, but this pullback that we're getting, not very strong. And this, in my opinion, look at this returns oscillator drop, and it does got a positively correlated candle. So yeah, you're seeing this drop, but as hard as this came down, it's just setting up hidden bull, and it's almost like it's like a bullish reset. DLP had div, bull div, Z-score had bull div, returns oscillator had all this bull div. So this pop's a no-brainer. This was coming. Hell, we were talking about it. Well, everybody's all bearish. Oh no, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, man, whatever. Go back to the RSI and whatever you're using. It's fine. We're here at Alpha Trading, nailing targets every day, literally.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Just by reading the charts. It's like we're not throwing darts at a dartboard.
Yeah.
We're not throwing darts at a
We're just reading
dartboard.
Probabilities. I mean, the probabilities dictate this stuff, and they're very accurate, as you can see just by following along in the live stream. You know, if you're watching this on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we're just throwing out probabilities upside and downside because that's what there is to look at. And it's like, it doesn't matter what asset you're trading. This stuff works on any asset. And people that want to deny it and play with their triangles or whatever, okay, God bless them. Good luck to them.
Yeah.
We see the maths. If you'd rather know how to do something better, like, just look how perfectly, like, on your chart right there that you got there, you know, when you've got the squeezing of the bands on that 4 hour on the right side of your chart, the top right there, when you got the squeezing of the bands there, and we've been telling people, when the bands get tight, it's got nothing left to do but expand. What did it do next? It expanded with a pop right to the third band, and boom, you know, hit there, and then moved on over. Look at that. It hit that third, walked on over, and shot right back up to the second for another walk on over, and now it's just moving down a little bit. You know, I mean, it's glorious. If you know what you're doing, it is truly glorious.
Truly.
And yeah, and the correlation tool. I mean, right under there, you got the volatility. You know, the AVR with the Pearson correlation. I mean, if you know how to read this stuff, it's literally telling you candle by candle what the probabilities are and extreme likelihoods of things happening as they do. And you know, you can see during candles, right? Like sometimes it'll change direction and it'll be like, oh, I thought this was positively correlated, now it's suddenly negatively correlated. Yeah, because correlations can change very quickly, and so can the direction of the volatility, right? But that's why you keep an eye on the lower time frames than the one you're trading necessarily. And then you can see how is the time frame you're trading building up based on slightly lower time frames than that. And that gives you all the information you need to know whether or not your time frame probabilities are likely to be correct or not. And you know, by reducing, I mean, I'm saying this obviously for the folks who are new to this, but by looking at the probabilities in your favor, you're reducing the uncertainty, you're increasing the probability that it will land in your favor, and that's, you just want to be on the right side of the trade. That's all. That's all you got to do is be on the right side of the trade.
Exactly. You know? If you're not using the VEPS, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're trading traditional TA, dude. Save your eyes. You don't have to stare at charts. Go to Walmart, buy a dartboard. All right. Go get a pet monkey. Have the monkey throw darts at the board. Boom. You don't have to do shit. Sit back, drink coffee, do whatever. You got your monkey throwing darts. What'd you hit, monkey? Okay, I'll go long.
DCA. You want DCA? Go ahead, DCA. That's fine, but that's investing. That's not trading.
Right.
Keep DCAing. It's fine.
You build up your, learn how to manage your risk. Buy a dartboard. You're good. Or if you like charts, if you like analyzing these markets, for God's sakes, stop using lagging indicators. Stop worrying about price action. It's literally, it's a data set. It's a data set on my chart, right? It's not what we're focused on. We're focused on the returns and the distribution, entropy, volatility. The data set is going to follow all of this. That's all that matters.
If you get bored looking at the VEPS, like if you can't stand looking at it, even if you know this stuff and you're like, oh, I can't look at this, it's not exciting enough or whatever. Oh yeah, drop it down a time frame. See what happens when it moves a little bit faster. If you like this stuff, if you like to trade, look at it on the lower time frames. It's not so boring. A lot of hills, you can trade. And you know, if it's really boring to you, take a break. Go take a break. Go do something else. Come back when you got a refreshed mind. Because very often, just experiencing real life, go live a little. Come back, you'll be fresh, full of energy and other ideas in your head, and then you can look at the charts again and get a fresh perspective on what's happening. And then, you know, when you see the next occurrence of opportunity.
Boy, oh boy, what I'm noticing right off the bat here, if I were to go to some correlation charts, especially, I don't know, even probably 4 hour and below, crypto and the dollar are correlated.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you can totally see it on the 15-minute chart where, wowzer bowser. Let me see some here. That was the end of the day.
People are going to be buying their presents with Bitcoin and dollars this year.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens on Black Friday when people go to the stores, or Cyber Monday when they buy online.
Yeah. Dollar pulled back. Solana, Bitcoin pulled back. Yeah. Yes, the E-minis did too a little bit. I mean, this is wild market conditions, man. For sure. Yeah. Of course, holiday season. But this little pump happening.
About like 2 minutes.
Yeah. This is a no-brainer. It's like this every year around the holidays. I mean, we get these little pumps.
Yeah, you get wacky times.
Mm-hmm. Stream. Yeah. Time to fly. Hover over Alpha Voice. If you hover over where it says Alpha Voice, you'll see a little text, a little open chat. Just hit that open chat. That's where it is now. And we're not even in there talking. Oh, nope, there he is. Yep, there she is. Okay.
Yep.
We're back. So pre-market, SPY just a few minutes ago tried to pull back up here. Got up to like 390. What was it at? Fuck, almost back up to 4. But it is definitely pulling back now. This new daily range that we're about to see in a minute, it's going to be down in this area. Let's see here. And I would suspect, especially, let me go all the way down here. Let's flip this on SPY. I want to see when this opens up. 15 minutes.
I forgot Huobi token, man. Huobi token keeps pumping this week. It's up another 11.5% since yesterday.
Oh yeah.
HT.
Huobi this token, thing's gonna.
Yeah. And NEM or XEM fell down like 18% since yesterday because they had a crazy pump.
Let's watch this.
Got a bunch of fat moves there. Monero losing 3.5%.
Ding ding. Ding. Oh, ding.
Ding.
So where did I say the new daily range is gonna be? Right here, right where it's at. A little wider today, obviously. The top side's at 399.14, but the center 398.37. Pretty much right about where I said it was going to be. So I mean, let's be honest. I mean, top sides. This thing's already close enough for a test, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this thing down right around 395, 399. And then pump off here. This will be wild. Let me see here.
It's still tight. It's still only 0.6% on that range, so on the daily range. So
what we got working here?
That's good for trending moves.
Yeah, this is what I was looking for. This volatility open. It expands right here. It's negatively correlated. I'll look for the 15-minute predictor to flip. What's it look like on the 9-minute? Yep, negatively correlated. Expanded volatility. Just for a little drop, and that little drop, that'll set up some hidden bull in these low time frames. These fissures, though, down here are pretty high. Pretty freaking high. And the trend to the top side on this low time frame, probably about over. I mean, we're close to these bands. Keep an eye on the Z-score. Nothing yet. It's definitely heading back to the top. There's no outliers, though. And it is set up. Right, if the Z-score turns down right now, it's just bear div. Just like you get a rejection right here off the zero mean on this 9-minute, boom. I mean, bear div, rejection on the zero mean. Definitely could pull it back, but here we are again, right at the target from yesterday, 400. And who would have thought? Everybody's like, oh, we're in this tremendous bear market. It's like, dude, it's just buying and selling, man. Just buying and selling. That's all. It's that one hell of a pullback in traditional markets. Some point this thing will turn around. And if we're looking at the month, this is a monthly, right? And I showed this before, and we're coming into the end of the month where these distribution levels are just getting nailed on this monthly. I mean, this let's see, we open up the candle and immediately dump to the 1SD. Everybody got freaked out. Oh yeah, that last month that was just bullshit. We know it got stifled. Price action got stifled by the 33 length power mean. So we dump down below. This is a sign of strength to pump up through that power mean. Went up to the 68.3 Laplace distribution range on the monthly. This is a hell of a range right here. This is a good looking monthly candle. Good looking monthly candle.
Especially if it finishes up there in the next week or so.
Yeah, let's see where
really good. You know.
And the weekly, same deal. So you got these macro time frames are back up above the power mean. Yep. That's always strong because these power means, they bully price action 100%. Yes, they do.
Now, has it been that we've seen it go above the weekly and then fall back down pretty quickly after, or even the very next channel? Yeah, of course, but that doesn't mean it happens all that often. And if you look at the chart, you'll see when it tends to test above, if it closes a whole week above it, it's usually going to do pretty well. It's going to be a nice little run up, and we could, it could be a nice little run coming up.
Yeah,
to the upside.
You can see these last two moves up towards the power mean, price action going back into randomness. The trend has been to the downside. Trend's been to the downside. Trend's been to the downside. These relief pumps have been price action going back into randomness. Here's the thing. I mean, yeah, we floated up here. This is 5-day. Yeah, 5-day chart. This would be the second 5-day candle that, okay. Do that math for me. I'm on a 5-day candle and it says I have 7 days and 7 hours to the expiration. Oh yeah, this is SPY. It's because of the weekend, probably. Jesus, I'm ate the fuck up.
Oh yeah,
I'm ate up. But anyway, it's starting to drop in the trend to the top side. So you got the 5-day, the weekly, the monthly, back on top of the power mean. But look at this. Yeah, we were here too. Boom. We were here too. Boom. So next week, it's going to be interesting. The charts flip around and it's looking bearish. There's some bear div, some hidden bear is what you're probably looking for. Continuation of these moves. Could pull back again. But this is...
Yeah, I mean, look. If we have a huge tumble because of a crazy recession or something like, similar to what we had in, 2008, 2009, okay, so it could spend some time, falling below the power mean for a while. But right now, it's not looking like that at all. I mean, it's just not. I mean, could you say, well, it's a similar shape? Yeah, well, we don't look at shapes. Markets are random. We look at all the information that's coming at us, and the information that's coming at us is not showing us that we're heading into a massive negatively correlated move. We are in randomness, like on the monthly or on the weekly, and positively correlated, and it's expanding randomness. It's still very random, but it's still expanding. So if it keeps expanding positively and the entropy moves from randomness into a trending move, well, then it's very likely going to go to the upside. Whereas, okay, if it turns around, then that's going to go to the downside, and you scalp it to the downside. But for now, it's setting up very nicely for nice up moves, especially when you got variance. Not that. I mean, it's below the fat tail, right? So it could turn around very nicely. You got returns oscillator down near the mean. Got Z-score also below the 0, so it can turn. Oh, sorry, Z-score is rising. Sorry, yeah, Z-score is rising. Also a fat tail. So yeah, all in all, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be the non-contrarian, but SPY is not looking terrible on the weekly.
No.
If it holds up.
And this wasn't even like 0.1%. I mean, this was 0.08%. That was in between the bottom of that candle where it opened and the top of the daily range. I mean, that's a test. It doesn't have to go into it. This thing could run right to the target early. But I'm telling you, to get a sustained move past the top of this weekly, I don't know. I see it closing below that today. But yeah, that 402, hell, this could hit in the next, 15-minute candle or something.
Also, you got the power mean is turning around. Like the 30-length power mean is turning around, and we are below it. Like it's turning around from a sell signal to a buy signal. Is it possible that it falls right back through? Like I said, sure. But the indications are at the moment it's not doing that. It's rising. And trend is your friend, right? Until it's not. So right now it's a random walk, and let's see it move up.
And it would be good to see
go.
See the dollar index. It's getting support on the top of the new weekly here. Right, we need to see it. I want to see the dollar drop down into this weekly. That would be great. If you see this dollar get weak right here and drop into the weekly, all this shit's probably going to pump. We'll see. Like I said, the dollar and crypto look pretty damn correlated. I don't even have to look. I can just tell by looking at the data set.
On the day they are, for sure.
Yep. An old SPY. Just ticking along.
The dollar, I mean, right now on the weekly, dollar is super random, It hasn't been as random since July.
Oof. 9-minute candle of love.
Quite a nice trending move. And the volatility on it's pretty high, and it's falling now. Variance is falling and significantly positively correlated. So, yeah.
Yeah, this
Plus on that weekly, it's also below the power mean now. A lot of sell pressure to the downside on the, pushing that wick back down from right when it tagged above the power mean.
I mean, look at this first 9-minute candle, just nailing the 99.7 Laplace. Volatility, 80%, positively correlated, nice. Trending. Z-score flying.
Would you say again we said it could likely hit like 402 or something? I think that's probably right.
Yeah. Top of the weekly there. People are like, well, what are these crazy little lines? There's the top of the weekly, 402.4. It's right below the 1 SD. I mean, this is a nice ceiling here. For people that are scalping this early move here, yeah, man, be aware. Be aware. Your traditional TA is not going to show you this shit. No, it's not.
Weekly's at 402 and change, right? 402.19 or something?
Yeah.
402.20.
402.41. Right there. Boom.
Is that what you got your weekly on? I got on 402.19 on SPY.
Talking about like the R3?
No, the 402. Oh, well, 402.19 is the R1 I have, weekly R1.
What?
402.19.
Hell, the weekly R1 is down here. 397.32. Here's the weekly. Here's the R1, R2,
weekly R1.
R3.
Maybe I'm looking at. Hang on, which one are you looking at? You're looking at
SPY.
SPDR S&P 500 ETF. Yeah, it's the same one I'm looking at. That's funky. I'll have to check my settings. It looks very similar to yours, actually, so I don't know why it's reading it differently. Maybe I just have my labels mislabeled. Could be my labels are mislabeled.
Damn labels.
I'll
Damn labels.
have to check my settings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know why. Because I have... Okay, I know why that is. That's fine. Actually, it's in the same place you have it. I see that. No, because I have two different VREs there. One laid on top of the other.
Oh, do you now?
So it's reading
sneaky.
Slightly different. Okay.
Sneaky.
There you go. I see the one. I see the one you're talking about right there.
Yeah, but we do have this monthly R1 right here. 401.1. I mean, we're literally almost there. Got within a few cents of it. 20 cents or something.
Yep.
Yeah, this thing's definitely pumping. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving Eve. Of course, it's going to pump a little.
It is.
Of course, it's going to pump.
To trade on Thanksgiving Eve if they are bots or degen crypto traders or just not in an American context and trading outside of the U.S.
Right. Throw this on the spot. A lot of people trading
when they know the cats are away, so the mice will play.
The mice will play. Let me see here. Let's turn off the low-length RMLR. I want to see the 30. Oof. Yeah, man. Where is this 11 length? Is it turned up? It is turning up. Okay. Here's the 33.
Oh, yeah.
What is this? Yeah, the weekly. What's that 1SD? I talked about this 1SD on SPY too. 408.97. Half a day on Friday, huh? What is up there? What is up there volatility range wise? 408. Oh, well, today it's the literal... Really? Hold on here. I'm seeing shit. That's a 1SD. It's a 1SD on the daily, man. Don't be shocked. That would be a riot.
Yeah.
Just run it up here. Just nuke the bears. Nuke the bears. We'll have them in rehab, laying around with casts on all their limbs, eating honey. Bunch of dummies. Get out of your gangs. Trade low time frame volatility. Take advantage of the gang members. But 408.27. 408.28. Really? 408.28.
408.27. In that area, I see that, yeah.
Yeah. 1SD's at 409. That would be... I'm just telling you, though, these volatility ranges are powerful. It's pretty far up there. And as far as, like, there's nothing macro-wise, no weekly, no monthly. It's the daily. Daily 1SD. Man, that's a big range, too, man. A lot farther to top side.
Yeah,
so there's a
still running off of a, well, I mean, it's running off of a bull div on the returns oscillator, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
On the daily, on the 15-minute, sorry. It's running off of a bull div from yesterday's close.
Yep.
And now punching up. It's already at the top side above the band on this return oscillator that I have set here.
This 15-minute candle went right to, when's this close? Minute. Went right to the 95 for Laplace. Pulled back. So yeah, when people out there wonder where these moves go, they're usually hitting distribution levels. Usually hitting distribution levels. Not Fibonacci fucking levels. My goodness gracious.
Oh, look how close it just came to that monthly target.
Let me see.
Very nice.
Oh yeah.
489 cents, and that monthly target's literally at 401.10, like not even 12 cents, 20 cents away.
Went right to it. Boom.
Very nice.
Right to it.
Yeah.
And the top side of the daily is right at the 1SD. I mean, don't think we can't get a move up here. This thing can move hard. It is the day before Thanksgiving, but be careful. I guarantee you, this thing were to fly up there, there's going to be an imbalance on low time frames. There's definitely going to be some bear div, and I could see a big zoom, big pullback. But yeah, man, these algos are pushing this thing, man. There's no doubt. Buy mode on.
Sam found a loose wallet or two.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, I found some XRPs in the couch cushions. That's
yeah. Or he sold his $55 million apartment or whatever he had, or his Honda Civic.
What a screwball.
1,000x.
I feel blessed to get off. I mean, there's a reason why I got everything off that exchange. Good thing.
Oh, look at that, dude. SPY literally just shot through the monthly, and look where it hit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude, 4176 before shooting right back down. That was an instant spike up and down. That was very nice.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
close to that day, close to that target. But it's not even like a full daily target. That's the target where on these opening bell trades, man. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But lately, man, dude, these things have been getting nailed. I mean, that was 2 days in a row. Perfect. Boom. Boom. Just reading the VEPS. No crystal ball. What did I just say about the dollar, too? There's a dollar creeping down into the weekly.
Yeah.
You see this stay down in here the rest of the day? These assets are going to pump, man. For sure. But yeah, there's a lot of overhead resistance right now on SPY. Let's see, Solana is bouncing off its bottom side of the weekly. Bitcoin bounced off its bottom side of the weekly. Let's see if we can get these crazy little cryptocurrencies back up in there, because the dollar is weakening. Yes, it is. Everything's responding.
Time for some holiday sales.
Holiday. Let's see
if we can tag the bottom of that.
What's sticking out over here? Anything?
652.
Amazon.
Come on, dollar,
Amazon,
y'all.
How the hell did you get all the way down there? Let's bring you back up. Get up here with your other friends. Your Teslas and your Googles and your Apples and your Metas and your Netflixes and your Nikes. I got Nike up here. I was getting ready to throw a short iron condor on this bad boy.
Nike?
Old Nike. Yeah, I was just I was looking at some IV ranks and shit, some juicy stuff, trying to get a good strat together, some defined risk plays. That's the thing, you gotta be careful.
Nike NFT.
Because those the like a short iron condor, man. I mean, that's when you're kind of neutral, right? You want to keep the data set needs to stay in between those short sells on the iron condor, right? That's going to be your max profit. But everybody knows if you're just sitting in options positions, this is just like any kind of trading. Take your fucking profit, especially if you're short selling, man. You get into 50% profit, just take it. Just take it. 100%. You'll thank yourself later. You will thank yourself later. And then there's a reason why you buy options out 45 to 60 days. And then as soon as it's about 21 days till expiration, ideally you want out of that trade. Why? Theta decay, man. You want to get out of that trade. you follow some certain guidelines.
Or before, frankly. Like as soon as you hit your target, get out. You don't have to wait till 21.
No. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
Hell, in some Bitcoin options trades in the past, I've been in them, I buy 60 days out. Bitcoin does its thing real fast, and I'm like out in a few days. 50% profit, just smiling. Dollar is weakening. Dollar is weakening. They're like, everybody's having their Black Friday sales. They're like, we don't accept the dollar.
Right.
So it's just
like, we're marking things way off.
Boo! Boo! Let me see here.
Come by here.
Oh, oil's getting walloped too, isn't it? Again. Not that bad, 78. Hell, it was down more. It was down 4%, I think, earlier before the market opened. Things just chilling.
The dollar's having a trending move to the downside. It's not just randomly walking down there either.
No, it's a mover. It closes this 15-minute candle below the center, which I don't know, that'd be tough. Dollar Bear's trying to push it down, but 106.3, that's the bottom, and that is the that's the S3 too. That's the S3 on the daily price action volatility range. For sure.
You want to make people spend more money.
Yep.
And still call it a sale.
Right. Speaking of sales, TradingView, great sale.
Oh yeah.
We at Alpha Trading, thank you, because we use it a lot. Yes, P-Funk knows now. He just got his upgrade. It's beautiful.
Yep.
Chart Degen coming in hot. Chart Degen coming in hot. All right, dollar. Got 9 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. Why don't you close down in here? You going to do a 1SD move? Who knows? I'm telling you, the bottom of this weekly, though, is probably going to kick that dollar up. But this is what we want, just like the previous weeks, while, this pump, this walk-up's been happening in the first place. The dollar's below all its macro levels. Everything else is above its macro levels. It's a no-brainer. My bias every day would have been to the top side, and we've been shouting out targets, right? Not signals, because I'll tell you to the top side and the downside. It's like, in reality, we can look at these charts, but plus, if I'm really trading, it's like I'm not telling you everything, obviously. There's a lot that goes into this. A lot. Got to hold some stuff back.
Nobody should be looking at any YouTube channel, including ours, for signals, because we can show you the probabilities and you're going to see they hit. The reason we show you this on the YouTubes and whatever is to show you these tools work. But if you actually want a specific question about an asset you're actually trading, come and ask us in the Discord or here in the live stream if you're in the Discord or on the YouTube, because then we can actually answer your question and make it relevant to what you're actually looking at. Because by just following along after the fact, you'll never get in on a move that already happened, obviously. So anybody looking for that kind of signal, they're just kidding themselves, frankly. We don't do that, right? We give you probabilities and we give you good reads. That way these tools work, so you can see for yourself.
Hilarious.
Look at that. Litecoin. Go Litecoin. Sorry.
I'm reading what MJ just posted. What a scam. Yeah, I believe you, Bo Shen. I'm sure. And that's what people need to realize too. It's just like crypto's so fucking scammy. All of these thefts and shit, there's a 99.7% chance that they are inside jobs. So, yeah, this guy's saying how much? 38 million? 42 million worth of crypto assets were stolen from my personal wallet. Sure they were. Silly ass people. Yeah, look at the dollar weakening, man. Woo! So everything right now, low time frames, definitely not correlated with the dollar. Assets are pumping. Here we are again above that monthly resistance level. What was the target? Where was my target to take profit on this opening bell move? Was 402, right? We're at 401.73 right now. 401.7. Let's see if we hit that target early. But this, I'm telling you, man, this dollar stays down in here. These things are going to pump today. We could get a 1SD move. Don't be shocked. But this baby's high probability going to pull back. High probability, probably, if it does get that high. If we see a move up to this 1SD around 408, there's a 68.3% chance it closes inside 404. And here's the top of the weekly. So I just see a quick move. But hey, man, I haven't seen it happen many times, but you can go outside these ranges. There's no doubt about it. But I look at it like the distribution. It's up there. I'm done. If it's at the top of the weekly range, I'm not looking for any longs, right? If I am, risk off, man. We're going to be quick scalps. because the returns aren't going to feel comfortable up in there. They're going to want to pull back. But yeah, man, that dollar's weak. Holy shit. There's oil going back down. Go oil.
So long up 5%, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know. So looking good. Hell, it got up to overnight. It was up to what, 13.5 again. Had some we've had some pretty damn big sales at in Catalina too, man. People buying some. God, what was that one sale? A couple hundred sold or something, I think. Had 100 sold sale earlier, just 15 minutes ago or something. Let me see here. Lots of things being bought up. Somebody needs to go over there and buy my World Cup whales.
Even XTZ Tezos up 7 1/3% so far on the day.
Tezos running.
Pretty good. And there's that little wiki wick on the Dixie happening there.
Old Matt, Alpha Trading. You got some news for us, Newsmaster? What's going on? You on conference calls?
Definitely. I mean, there is the housing index, right? The new house sales. There's the mortgage rates. Yeah, the new. We're looking at all that stuff. So there's definitely news in that capacity on the U.S. market.
Yasha bringing in the news high.
That, you know, watch it. And there's FOMC minutes and stuff today.
Yep.
So people do like to jump on FOMC news for one reason or another. Personally, if you're trading the news, you're just being misinformed one way or the other. You know, it's better to know what's going on, but don't be misinformed by it. Just, you know, if you want to know what's in the big picture, sure, that's great. But don't trade that stuff. You'll just get wrecked. Like, look at these charts. These charts will tell you everything you need to know that happened in the news, bottom line. But is there any good stuff happening? Yeah, JP Morgan wallet is, I think, a good thing from the point of view of institutionals saying they're buying in more into crypto because they want more retailers in crypto. Is that good for retailers themselves? No, not necessarily, because they're just going to get wrecked following the advice of JP Morgan. But is that good for the institutionals getting into crypto? Yeah, well, they wouldn't be doing that if it wasn't good for them long term. Like, JP Morgan wouldn't be making their own wallet if they didn't think it had a future. Will it succeed? Not necessarily, but they're not investing in making, you know, in having made their own wallet for no reason. Just like they didn't invest in making their own blockchain for their own clients for no reason. They did it to save money, right, on transactions with their VIP clients and stuff. Is there anything else happening? Yeah, they're doing Japan's central bank is going to issue an experimental digital yen in like early next year, 2023. They just announced that earlier. You know, it's and of course a lot of news happening with FTX, of course, because you know that whole thing is still affecting a lot of people, and people want to know what's going to go on with their funds, if they're going to get anything back or not. Let's see what else is interesting that's happening. Sequoia apologizes to some fund investors for losing 150 million on FTX. You know, that's again all stuff spinning out of control from SBF's shenanigans.
I read something about Grayscale wanting their investors to do something, but it's up 2 days in a row now.
Put their head between their knees.
Kiss their ass goodbye. That's what they're wanting them to do. But yeah, it's up like it's back up to
you
9.
know, anyone who's affected by that whole thing, and there's a lot of companies who weren't even directly, you know, tied in, but they're feeling the effect because it's on the market. And I mean, look, price on Bitcoin, you know, perpetuals dropped like 38% or something from the time that was going down till the bottom, you know, till it bottomed out like a couple weeks ago or whatever. Like that's a big move. There's a lot of money being, you know, burned on that on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin wasn't even, you know, like you said, they didn't even have Bitcoin, right? It was all fake. And it was all they were saying they have Bitcoin, but they were going out and buying it at market rates that they could get it for, and then reselling it when orders came in.
Madness.
So,
how the fuck that scam went on so long is amazing.
A lot of, you know, the usual. I mean, Hoskinson in the news, of course, you know, because people are like doubting, you know, his plans either for a stablecoin pair or for investing further in Cardano and Cardano startups, and he's like saying, well, you know, you're kind of missing the bigger picture here, and you know, he's given his usual smart words to people who care to listen, and some people think he's, you know, more hyped up than he ought to be. Other people say he's actually much more underrated than he ought to be. I think probably he's right around the middle of that, which is he's a pretty smart guy, and he's been building his project for a long time. And he's not an overnight, flash in the pan project. Mm-mm. He's been building his thing slowly without promising next day delivery. He's been saying, we're going to do this over time. And they're doing it, and they're hitting their targets, unlike other big projects, gas scams like that.
You went in a bubble. You're underwater.
Yeah. And by the way, Ryan, I'm sure not. Don't kill him.
Yasha is a robot.
He deleted it. About Coinbase or something. And so Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, had to basically respond with an answer saying, no, Coinbase actually has like 39 billion worth of Bitcoin in our reserves or whatever. So they are claiming that they are liquid enough to handle whatever's coming at them. And you got a lot of that going on in the market. Meanwhile, you got things like Litecoin, pumping up, above $80 or whatever the price was earlier today. For whatever reason, people are buying.
I got to address something real quick.
Does tend to happen sometimes. So lots to do in the news, but again, we cannot trade that stuff, right? You could get so distracted down any rabbit hole. If you try trading that stuff, you literally are just going to get wrecked. Like, you're just better off looking at the math, trading the probabilities, and when you're right most of the time, just get out, take your profit, and when you're wrong once in a while, get out, limit your loss. It's just better odds in your favor, right? Reducing the uncertainty and increasing the probabilities in your favor. That's what it's all about. That's why Black and Scholes got a freaking Nobel Prize in economics or whatever back in the 80s or something, for coming up with this model that changed the entire options, and futures trading market, right? And yeah, they had a few holes in their models because they weren't able to see things that we can now see, because since then new things have been developed. But they had the whole concept correct, that you can in fact use things like math and distribution models to actually tell where assets are probably going to go based on things like returns, means, and volatility. That was the whole concept of it. And, they did away with the whole silly nonsense of whatever other systems people were using before, and while people were calling them fools for a good decade or so, in the meantime, the entire options professionals market had changed over to that model during that time that they were being called fools. And eventually every options, trader worth their weight in salt on Wall Street, that's what they were using, right? They all had electronic devices to trade from the floor with electronic computers, handheld computers and stuff. And then, eventually they switched to, trading online and all this stuff. And we have these tools now available to us because our guys built these things, so retail traders can use them right on TradingView like we're doing, which is really, if you think about it, it's a game-changing experience that the retail trading world doesn't even get the chance to take advantage of, right? Because most of them, they just don't know about this. It's the lucky few who are serious enough to find out about this stuff that can see this for themselves and realize, oh, there actually is a light at the end of the tunnel. Now, if I can only figure out how to use these tools and trade this way, then I'm golden.
Beautiful.
Anyway,
beautiful.
Rant over.
Ran over. We doomed the best here.
Yeah.
We are the.
Did I mention the Black Friday sale? Not that it matters much, but there is a Black Friday sale at Alpha Trading. Yeah. Check it out if you're in the Discord. Come to the Shop Alpha channel.
It's beautiful.
It's really worth it, especially if you're getting a 6-month or a 12-month subscription.
Yeah.
And if you're not even in the Discord, just join. Get our free tools, get our free chart. Learn to trade this way. You're welcome. All right, I'll shut up now.
You're very welcome. We're here for you. We're here for you. Let's see. The best tools out there. Yep, that's how we think about them. There's a reason why we trade this way. The main reason we trade this way is because you're not. That is the kicker. Kind of my whole life, going against the grain. Going against the grain. Let's see.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Price against the grain.
Yeah. Yep. Let me see here. Yeah, and you got this Dixie down below this weekly. I mean, definitely close that 15-minute candle. Of course, it's going to try to come right back up. We'll see what happens there. But everything just looks strong right now. Right? Even SPY tried to pull back here. Keeps trying to pull back underneath this monthly R1, but yeah, it's a matter of time. This 402 is going to hit at some point. Jesus, it got so close before. It was in what, 19 cents? So I'm still sitting here going, come on, you son of a bitch. Hit my limit profit take. Oh, crazy dog. Where's he at?
By the way, if there's any other assets anybody wants to go over while we're still doing this live stream, feel free to ask.
Soul. Oof.
Look at stuff. If we're not going to load up things like ETH or whatever, we will if you ask, but unlikely that we'll just load it up by itself, or doggy coin or whatever. Yeah, exactly. But any asset you want to see, we can certainly look it up.
You can look it up.
Oh, Litecoin, man. Go Litecoin.
Yeah. Of course, me, I don't even have a Litecoin on my chart or on my watch list. Ooh, is that bad?
LTC.
Oh, I know what that.
Apparently, Big Boy was promoting Litecoin for some reason. He was chilling it. Yeah.
Oh, is he pumping the bags?
That guy, man. All those YouTube influencers, man.
Finance, Litecoin Tether. See what the hell you're talking about. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my God. Litecoin. Look at this shit coin pumping. What the fuck? Look at these outliers. Jesus. Yeah. You're trading these Litecoin moves? Profit, profit. What sent this off? What sent this off? I don't know. Long-term bull div. Yeah. Let's see this one. It's gone sideways. Yep. Look at this bull div, right? All these lower lows. This little down move here. Bounce right off the zero mean. Boom, boom, boom. It happens. It definitely happens.
Yeah, and you can see right there from that returns oscillator and also the variance, right? Like the variance is a perfect example right there on those pops. You actually get lead time. Like if you know how to read these charts, what Bilbo's showing you on these charts right here, you literally have lead time on all these moves before the pops on the variance indicator. Like, what other tool do you use in retail trading that literally gives you lead time? I mean, literally tells you candle by candle, you should be in this move, you should be in this move, you should be in this move, and then pop, you should have been in that move, right? Like, because it's telling you should be in it, and then it tells you when you get to the top, get out of the move. It's turning around. You just take your profit. It doesn't matter if it goes up another few points. Just get out. Don't worry. There'll be another recurrence of opportunity on the way down or on the next way up. Just
I'll be right back.
Take your profit right here. And so, I mean, you see right there on the chart, right? Look at the variance line, where it says ATCOV, the third indicator down on the top, on the second indicator below the price candles on the left side of the chart there, right? You see the variance candle, the variance line moving up when it's got that blue outside line, right? There's correlation there, significant correlation. It shoots up, right? After crawling up for a little while, it shoots up, and then right there where it flips over to a red negative correlation and starts to turn back down. Like, that's telling you, okay, you can try to ride this out for a little while, right? Because it's probably going to keep riding up a little, but it's probably a good move to take your profit right there before that fall down is also suddenly positively correlated, and then the price starts to dump down a little bit, right? Which could easily happen, and you see it does happen after it peaks out, right? So that's why, if you're not greedy about it, you buy the bottoms and you sell the tops, and you don't get greedy, because look, where did the next pump happen? It happened pretty much at the same level of where those tops happened on each one of those legs up. So there's no need to be greedy, because you're going to get in roughly around that same level in this particular instance, in this particular example, and it will happen on a lot of different assets. It doesn't matter if it's Litecoin or Bitcoin or whatever coin you're trading or any other asset or any other stock. It happens a lot. You get legs up, and then you get a walkover, and sometimes the walkover, is like a little hill up or a little hill down. Doesn't really matter unless you want to really trade those super low time frames below it. But like on the 15-minute, you can see right there, took your profit at the top of that leg, you're golden. You take the next profit after you get up to the top of the next leg, and again, you had a lead time on that variance indicator, so you knew it was going to go up. How do you know that? Because look where the variance was before that last pop, right where the cursor is on this chart. You can see that the variance was all all the way down, super flat, right? And what was it doing? Turning around, you had an entire candle before it went up that was telling you, oh, it's likely to go up now, significantly correlated to the upside. Now, what did it do? Shot right up, significantly correlated. Boom, all the way up. You got your profit as it went up. As soon as it hit the top of that target, you just take your profit, and you see the variance turn around the very next candle and start to do the dance over before it does the next little pop up over, right? Where it just like did a nice little pop up. Again, take your profit right there, right before it starts to go down. And what did it do? It walked sideways and down, and now it is where it's at. So in 3 cases right there on this chart, literally on the asset you're looking at, on the chart in front of your face, 3 perfect examples of how variance gives you lead time. Literally telling you in advance, be in this move. And by the way, this works on the 1 minute too, because that's what I like to trade. So you have minutes sometimes. Like on a 1 minute candle, I very often get one between 1 and 3 minutes on a variance move on the 1 minute candle. Like that is insane, right? Other tools will tell you, traditional tools will tell you after the fact, you should have been in this move. They won't tell you, get in now. They'll tell you, this is where it was. They have no idea. They don't calculate the probability of where it is now and is going forward, like likely to be finishing on this candle and the next candle. They can't tell you that because they're using lagging information. Therefore, it's a lagging indicator. We're using leading information. We're looking into the future with the maths that are looking forward. That's why it's based on probabilities looking forward, not averages looking backwards, which are completely useless because who cares what the price was? Who cares what the direction of the returns was? You're not trading the past. You're trading the current and the future. That's all there is to trade. You can't trade in the past. If you find some magical way to do it, please tell me. But until they change the laws of the market, you're not allowed to change what was the price. You're only allowed to change what is. You're only allowed to trade what is the price and what will be the price. All right. So these tools, perfect example right there, just on the variance alone. You don't even have to use another tool on this chart, and you would have been in all 3 of those moves. And by the way, if you look at the Z-score on this chart, same thing. You would have been in and way more than 1 or 2 candles ahead. You had a long time to get in on the moves on the Z-score. Look how when it goes all the way down to the bottom and hits those confidence intervals, that's those lines on the bottom, right? Look how much time you had to get in those moves before it popped. We're talking multiple candles. You got hours in some cases on these 15-minute, even on the 9-minute. Look at this. You got multiple candles on the 9-minute to get in before it makes the move, and it does. It just does. Right? You get to the bottom, you make the move going up. You get to the top, you make the move going down. It's not rocket science. If you want to look at this and pretend you're confused, go ahead, pretend you're confused, stick to your old crazy ways, or learn how to do this, learn how to read this. It's not that complicated. Yeah, it's not easy, but it's learnable, and our guys made it as easy as they could to anybody who wants to be an actual retail trader and take it seriously. They didn't make this so that it would be impossible to use and feel like magic. No, they made this so that anybody with half a brain can learn how to use this stuff and stop getting wrecked. Like, why do we make these tools? Why do we make these videos? Why do we give access to these tools for free? Why do we give access to our volatility starter pack chart for free? Because we're sick and tired of seeing retail traders get wrecked for no reason because they're using the wrong ways of trading. We've come up with a better way to trade. And people can argue with us till the cows come home. I don't care. They can trade the way they want. I don't care. Good luck to them. The fact is, the HFT firms that control the markets and the bots that they use that run all the trades, we're talking millions of trades a second, and all the big algo shops that make those big bots and run them for themselves too, they run the markets using these maths. And people can tell us, no, there's more stuff involved. There's psychology and market psychology. No, really, there isn't market psychology. Yeah. Bots don't give a damn about market psychology or emotions or how you feel that day. They just don't care. They're programmed to trade the maths. And these are the maths they trade. Because what matters is, for an investor or a bank, is the return on investment. And that means the return, right, the log return on your investments. And how do we measure that? With these tools, right? And what do returns do? Returns mean revert. What does that mean? That means when returns move far away from the mean, they're going to revert to it. And either the mean moves towards the returns or the returns move towards the mean. Either way, they're going to intersect. They're just going to zigzag around each other like a beautiful pair of DNA strands or whatever you want to imagine in your head. Our job as traders is to have our little buckets lined up next to that pool of liquidity or that stream of liquidity called money, and dip our little buckets in and scoop them out as fast as we can as soon as they're filled with liquidity with each and every pass that we dip our little buckets into the liquidity stream. That's the way I look at it.
Preach it, brother.
Fuck.
Anyway.
Preach it, brother.
Yeah.
Rant not over.
Amen.
Rant. Sorry. I mean, I just, sometimes I see these things and it expresses itself through me.
Well, Goose, Target acquired. Target was acquired.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Taller. Very nice.
But yeah, this thing. Now let's take a look here real quick. Look at this 15-minute. This thing's just showing strength. We're not seeing any bear div at all. Just bullish reset on the 9. It's just 33 setting up. Yeah, we are seeing it on the 33-minute. We are seeing it on the 33-minute. The 6. What's happening here? I bet there's a massive bullish reset on this returns oscillator on the 6-minute. Right now we're down into where the fuck I like to trade. And so yeah, let me see. Heading back into randomness after this nice trend on the 6-minute. All this volatility expansion, positively correlated. Positively correlated. Let's see. But I mean, Lord. Look at the drop on the returns oscillator. All right, so this whole move, I mean, this is setting up long-term hidden bull now. So we'll see what happens. But obviously, we have a ceiling. There's a ceiling on SPY up here, my opinion. Yeah, the 45. God, man, these fissures are so freaking high. They're outside the bands. These fissures are like, what are deviation bands? Fuck it. We're going to party land. We're going to Partyville. This is South Beach in a week. Huh? Yeah.
It hit 402 on SPY.
Boom!
It hit 402 already.
Oh, yeah. Target acquired. Target acquired. So they're like, so what now? So what now? You're looking for a short? Not the way that 6-minute looks like. I mean, obviously, I want to trade both ways. But, yeah. Let me see this volatility. Do you want to watch the volatility down here on the low time frames too? Because that's ideally what we're looking for. We're looking for occurrences. Occurrences. Every time you see these flashes, occurrences. We want volatility to definitely contract. Definitely contract. Because the big moves come on expansion. Depending on what's going on with correlation. And that's another thing, we were talking about earlier with people that are just that the only thing they've ever traded, their first experience of trading is cryptocurrency. Good Lord. So you're not understanding all the risks involved that people that have been trading traditional markets for literally eons understand. There's a lot that goes into this. Or unless, are you playing with fake money? Or are you playing with real money? It sucks to lose money. It really does. People are just getting crushed. And you know what's even funnier? These people still got their money on these exchanges. I mean, what are you waiting for? The letter that they're insolvent too? I'd be trying. Every day that this shit's going on, I'd be squeezing that juice out of that freaking rotten tomato, man. Give me some of my money, please. It's
well, the other thing too goes back to that article is why, if you have $42 million worth of assets, why would you have them in one wallet?
It's all bullshit. I don't believe that for a heart.
If you have a few billion, maybe, what do you care about 42 million? But yeah, it's a very good point.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, at least give yourself a chance.
And, what? Did somebody just hack your wallet? When you hear these dumb fucks start talking about, my wallet got hacked. No, your wallet didn't get hacked. You hacked your fucking self. What did you do? How did these people get access to your wallet?
What link did you click on?
You did something.
What backdoor did you get?
Yeah, like you said, which insider in the office decided to steal the funds?
Yeah, man, it's a joke. And then you hear all these newbies and shit. They're like, "Oh, did you hear about that hack?" Or they come in, "Somebody stole my whale," or "Somebody stole this." It's like, oh my god. It's like, no, what did you do? You did something, right? Just come clean. What'd you click on? You
exactly. The blockchain has not been hacked.
No, it's crazy. Every time I see somebody talk about, when it comes to crypto, every time I hear the word hack, I'm like, yeah, you did something stupid. Nobody hacked you. You hacked yourself because you don't understand how to secure your funds. You're your own bank.
Yep. Social engineering is the #1 way people lose their funds, right? It's because they get socially engineered to do something.
But I DM'd with this guy for a month. And he seemed cool. We even did a few trades. It's like, oh yeah, that's the age-old scam where, the new guy moves into the neighborhood. He's super cool. You're drinking beer, smoking weed with him, having little cookouts. And one day he just walks up, "Hey, man, hey, can I borrow $100? I got a blah, blah, blah." "Oh, sure, man. Oh, I'll pay you back tomorrow." "Okay." And he pays you back. Like, "Oh, cool, man. Oh, cool neighbor, blah, blah, blah." Then, a couple weeks goes by and he's like, "Oh, shit, man. They held my check. I got to pay my car payment. Can I borrow $400? "Sure. I'll pay you back tomorrow." "Okay." Boom. He brings you back $400. You're like, "Oh, what a cool neighbor, man. Oh, I feel comfortable loaning this guy money." Then he comes, "Oh, I got to pay rent. Oh, I owe $1,200. Can I borrow $1,200? Yeah. Boom. He pays you back on Friday when he gets his check or whatever. And then here comes the boom. And he's just like, "Oh, man, I got in this pinch. I know I've asked you before for money. Can I borrow $5,000? Boom. Then you never hear from him again. He's fucking gone.
The investment opportunity. "Oh man, if you just buy in $50,000 or $100,000, make you rich by Wednesday," or whatever.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Gambler.
Yeah. Yep. For sure. I learned a long time ago, I don't loan people money. Now, if I feel it, I'll give you it. I'll give you the money. People are like, "Oh no, I just want to borrow the money." It's like, well, I'd like to continue our friendship, so I'm just going to give it to you. How's that? Because that's the quickest way to end a friendship. Loan somebody money, and then they don't pay you back. "Oh, it's my friend." That's why usually the people find out the hard way. Usually the snakes you have in your garden are the ones that are closest to you. Got to be real careful. I've experienced that.
Can you lend me $1,000?
Wait, I've never even met you. I'll see you in Miami.
Yeah, give it to me in Miami.
I'll bring some XRPs with me. Warlord's gonna send me with a.
You gonna fly African out there to carry your bags?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's definitely a good bag carrier for the XRPs.
Heck yeah. Garlic breath loves him.
You get a free loaf of garlic bread every time you purchase one XRP. Yeah, I don't know. Never been into it. But here come. And where are we on? The 3 minute? Let's see the 6 minute. Yep, here we go. About to be party time. We got a lot of hidden bull. So where's this thing going to jump? And plus, these fissures turn up on top of the mean of the deviation bands. I mean, there's one, the fastest length is dropped below, but it's right at the 1 SD band. This is a perfect place to turn up. And don't be surprised if this thing does. If that hidden bull plays out, this will go right back in the trend. These bands are down here. Contracting volatility, negatively correlated. And this is usually what happens. We all know. Look at this. All right. So this latest move before that bearish candle on the 6 minute. Contracting volatility, negatively correlated. That usually ebb and flows into expansion, positively correlated, which if the trend's going to continue and there's hidden bull, you're going to contract, negatively correlated, and the cycle continues. This is how moves happen. That traditional TA traders don't understand. They don't understand how volatility works. Once you understand how volatility works, man, game over. It gives you insight into these markets that you've never had before. That's just one indicator. That's just understand. That's why when you come into the Discord, we give you free indicators, right? Our AVP and our alpha volatility percentile and our Pearson correlation. Those are two of the free indicators you get. You get to learn about this volatility, right? And we're not, and we're like, here, let's give these people these free indicators, and we'll charge them. Then we'll charge them to teach them how to use them, because look at this shit show. How is anybody going to figure this out? No, we teach you for free too. Right? It's not about the money. We trade. It's not about the money. Right? That's why you don't hear us. I mean, we're having a Black Friday sale right now that is unbelievably inexpensive. For what you get, it's just stupid. It's really stupid. But we're trying to, and this is more or less for the people that already have them, that want to renew and get a great deal. Because we're not here saying, please come in right now, buy these indicators. No, we're saying, please come in and get our free indicators. Learn the basis of volatility trading, right? Expansion, contraction, the breaks and correlation of the volatility, and then the divergence between price action and returns using the alpha laser returns. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Come in, get your free indicators. Ask questions. There's never a dumb question when it comes to this, right? Never a dumb question. There's some people out there that think every question anybody ever asks about volatility is stupid. That it's the most ridiculous thing ever. The proof's in the pudding. Alpha trading. We're here for the long haul because we care about people, right? Why all others fall to the wayside like we always knew would happen. Well, here we are, right? Here we are. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. So if you're out there watching this on YouTube Live and you know what I'm talking about because you're on the other side, we're here for you. We don't care. We don't care what you've said in the past. We're here, man. You want to learn how to trade volatility? This is where you do it. This is where you do it. And it's not going to cost you a dime. That's how we like it. Retail traders have been beat the fuck up for too long. But that's what we don't want to do. We don't want to continue to beat them up. We want to teach them how to actually get returns in this market. Any of these markets. I don't care what you're trading. You need to understand how to get those returns. That's what it's all about. And then once you grasp the volatility and that divergence I was talking about, boom, then you're off and running. If it's something you like the community, this is definitely something different. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's not a fucking volatility freight train coming to hit me right between the eyes. I am going to get through this tunnel and figure this out. It's like, but we're here, man. Then you're going to get exposed to the distribution models if you make that next step. And then you'll see. You fall in love really quick with these distribution levels. Yes, you do. Let's see here. Oh, hilarious. Yeah. And if we're, everybody was thinking, Elon taking over Twitter and stuff, he's just going to kill. Dude, this is going to be a riot. This is going to be a riot. This is his little pet now. And he's trying to take down, what is it? What's that Chinese app? WhatsApp or whatever? Payments, all that shit?
TikTok, Weibo, TikTok, Tencent.
So what's going to be Twitter's cryptocurrency? Because there will be one. Is it going to be Dogecoin? Jesus Christ, please God, no. Oh, Shiba. Yeah. Let's get some Shiba Inu. How about Solana?
Yeah, hopefully it's a basket.
Let's start, we need to start fucking hitting up Elon and be like, yo, man, what's up? Your shitty Dogecoin. Start pumping Sol. Perfect payments on Twitter. Yeah.
He's just another billionaire who's happy to manipulate everything. He doesn't,
fucking bring it.
Does not care about the retail investor, that's for sure.
At least he's funny.
Like, he's perfectly happy to wreck the price, just like he did, like he takes credit for, but he didn't actually do. But he likes to take credit for wrecking the markets and stuff and building them back up. So good for him, whatever.
Yeah, dude, that's like, just, yeah.
It's not, he's not moving the markets, it's the VEPS, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely not his tweets. It's definitely not his tweets that crashed Bitcoin a year and a half ago. We've been talking about forever. Like, we saw that move coming before he tweeted it, right, in May of 2021 or whatever it was. Like the first time it hit 65K. We saw that happening on our charts beforehand. So, yeah.
Meanwhile, Tesla's up 5% today.
Yeah, no, they've been taking a hammer.
5%. Oh, yeah, they've been getting scrambled eggs, man. They've been getting their eggs scrambled. For sure.
Yeah.
So these 6-minute candles, you can see the returns oscillator. Look at the correlation. We see these start to build with every 6-minute candle. This thing's going to definitely pop up there. But right, our target was already acquired. Target was already acquired, not a problemo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see here.
And it's right there. And it's right there again. I mean, it just right up there.
All the fishers turned up.
Already. Yeah.
9 minute. Fishers are starting to turn up. Same thing. Hidden bull. 6 minute, 9 minute, 15 minute. No. Not yet.
15 minutes barely got correlation now moving on the trending move. It is building though. It is building up. So if it builds up further.
That's what I see on 6 and 9. Hidden bull. Then you go to the 15. So you're like, well, well, he got stopped in his tracks. There's no hidden bull there. Right. Yeah, there's no bear div either.
Right.
This is the way you got to look at things. So the hidden bull's sitting up there. Yeah. If I'm seeing bear div on the 15, I'm like, these are going to be quick little playouts. But because I'm not, more likely this returns oscillator is going to come down to the zero. What did I just say? Come down to the zero mean. It just shot through it with that candle close. Now there's hidden bull on the 15. Now there's hidden bull on the 15. If it turns up right here, it's going to be a perfect bounce on the zero mean. Let's see what happens here. This will be interesting. I bet this baby turns up, turns blue, and it's bouncing right there. We'll see. We'll see.
What we've got falling variance significantly negatively correlated. What does that tell you? You know how to read that. Don't ignore that.
Nope. You got the little outlier here.
You got a bit of bear div on the ALR, but dude, when you got variance falling like that through the confidence intervals, and it's significantly negative correlated, and you've got entropy still in a trending move with rising correlation, okay, the correlation might be weakening a little bit. It's a tad here and there, but you're in a good area right here for monitoring and looking at the lower time frames for the actual entries and exits.
This is a perfect time on the Z-score to send a fucking outlier up into these confidence intervals to pretty much at some point halt the move, but where could it go? It could go up here. It could go to this weekly. Like I said, this thing could pop. This thing could pop and do a 1 SD move. This Thanksgiving Eve. The dollar had a quick little woo, had a 15-minute candle back up above the center of the weekly, and then no thank you. We're right back down. We're pumping these markets today. Are we now?
Yeah, but you still got Dixie basically, coming back down again, and the trending moves, picking up a little bit of steam again to the downside. After, the initial drop we had, almost an hour ago now, 45 minutes ago.
Then I love these engagement farmers on Twitter. They don't even know how to fucking trade. Like I just saw a tweet from some goof ass I know from Catalina. Fud's his name. Being the dumb fuck's his game. Hopefully he's listening. Literally horrible trader. And he's saying, oh, bull market's here. It's like fucking goofball.
Right, bull market, sure.
Just engagement farming on Twitter. Don't you got nothing better to do?
The market is definitely full of bull when you hear talk like that.
I could probably have who knows how many followers I could have on Twitter if I was actually out beating the drum and fucking engagement farming and doing all that shit. But that's not what we're all about. Could care less. Care less about what people think about what we do. And that's my personal life too. You don't like me? I don't give a shit. I could care less. I'm going to still like you.
Rather have people here who want to trade properly.
Yeah.
Want to trade.
Yep. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. There's the dollar slamming back down. SPY and everything else is about to rip to the top side. Everybody's like, oh my God, we can't be in a bull market. We can't. Bull market, bear market, it's all bullshit. There's buyers and sellers. Those buyers and sellers will create divergence every time. And if you know how to read that divergence, it's a whole new ball game when you're looking at these markets. You're going to know exactly what this price action is going to do. But obviously, you need to understand div in the first place. If you don't even know what divergence is, start studying some div charts, right? Understand what bull div.
Grab the free div chart.
Yep, we got a div chart. We got all kinds of charts. For sure. You need your blowhole tightened up or loosened up. We got a chart for that too.
Yeah.
It's like, why does he talk about these whales all the time? I'm addicted to whales, unfortunately. Or fortunately. We'll find
Magical
out real soon. Yeah, probably another rug that Matt at Alpha Trading dragged me into.
Yeah.
He likes to drag us into rugs. It's okay though. We'll survive it. We'll survive it. We're about done. We are about done. And we got Thanksgiving tomorrow. Right.
Yeah.
Just want to give a shout out to everybody that does watch our videos, because we are 100% shadow banned on YouTube. They don't want this information out there, right? It's just a no-brainer. We are up against a behemoth. Don't think we are the only YouTube channel talking about this. The only one. You don't think that we we got some eyes on us immediately? There's probably algos sifting through looking for shit talking about the distribution, volatility. They do not want people talking about it. Big time. To the depths we go. Hedge Eye talks a lot about volatility. Hedge Eye I like Keith McCullough big time. Like him big time.
Yeah, but they don't show tools like this, and they don't show you exactly how to use them.
Of course not.
Right?
Well, they give you little bits and pieces because they want you to subscribe to their macro. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, but that's a whole different ballgame. We're actually showing people how to actually read the probabilities and the statistics and the volatility and the entropy with actual tools they can actually acquire for themselves for free and for not so expensive if they want to upgrade. So 100%. Major difference, right? Totally different model.
Yeah.
YouTube's all about promoting people who are selling subscriptions to things.
Yeah.
Like, information subscriptions that aren't necessarily tools, but you follow along. They love that.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
You want to teach people how to actually see the underlying game? Oh boy. You want to pull back the curtain on the market? No. Right? Like, they don't want you. So even if you spread this around to your friends, that's where the spreading will probably end, right? Like it's not going to get. We don't get the 7x effect that YouTube applies to pretty much every channel, which is if you get, whatever number of views in a week, they give you a certain number more the next week just by that virtue of fact in terms of impressions and likes and stuff. So we definitely feel that impact. But you know what? It's all good, man. Like the ones who want to find us are the ones searching for things like how to trade volatility, how to trade entropy, what is entropy, things like that. And they stumble upon us or they hear about us from friends. They find their way here some magical way, through some social media channel or whatever. And we are blessed to have you all. So for all of you who are here, I really thank you very much for being here, because you guys make this community exceptionally awesome, in my opinion.
Yeah. And
it is a real pleasure to have you guys on board. I hope everybody here, whether you are in the U.S. or not, I hope you all have a wonderful day tomorrow with your Thanksgiving or just day off, or if you're trading tomorrow, have fun doing that. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What a great community this is. So thanks.
I was getting ready to say the same thing. Alpha Trading wishes everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and we're gonna be back Friday morning. We're not gonna do a stream tomorrow, so yeah, Friday morning, and we're gonna see how this wraps. This will be interesting, right? Because crypto never sleeps. Right? So if you're not doing anything, don't trade on. This could get interesting. Don't think I'm not going to be looking at these damn charts for some sneaky move by crypto while these traditional markets are eating turkey and shit. So yeah, the link to our Discord's in the description of all these videos. Come in, open up a support ticket, get your free volatility starter pack, right? Get the basic tools to learn the basics of volatility trading. And then you're going to come in the Discord and we'll teach you for free. Yeah, I said it. Free. F-R-E-E. Free. That's our present to you, retail trader. Right? If you struggle enough, you will find us at some point. So yeah, wherever you're enjoying these holidays on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and we will see you Friday morning. See you guys.